Greetings, gamers! I've been working on a new game called Incoming. Incoming is a 3D VR missile defense game. Protect your cities with a wide assortment of defenses against waves of warheads, bombers, zeppelins, and epic bosses. Wishlist today on Steam. Link is in the description. Greetings, Starfarers, and welcome to another episode of Starfield. I'm Cobalt Thorium, and in this episode, well, we're going to do a couple different things here. I want to get the contraband off of our ship, so I'm going to go to Sidonia and do the deep cover mission. And while we're there, we're also going to report to Hadrian, because she's also on Sidonia. There might be some other stuff here, too. So we'll check and see what Sidonia has in store for us, or what Mars has in store for us in general. All right, here we go. My microphone is dusty. Actually, I want to take another look at this vigilance. Whoops, did I hit it? Jeez. Oh, goodness me. This is bad. Alright. Pretty cool looking. And there's ships coming and going, too. Neat. Alright, let's go. Bust out the star map. Oh, why is there new data? Hold on. That's very frustrating how it says new data, and there's often not new data. Suppose it's just another bug we can chalk it up to. Okay, so we have a report to Hadrian, and we have proceed to Sidonia. So let's go. Big thing is to get the Aurora off the ship so that we don't have any issues with like scanning and stuff. I want to handle that.
Almost break time.
Hello. Rice Bowden.
If you're here to buy or sell, you might want to talk to Octai. I'm busy.
Octai, who's that?
Octai Bayar. He's the head of our Sidonia branch. If you want to do some trading, he's the one you need to be talking to. I'm busy.
You don't say. I'm looking to unload a sensitive shipment. I brought something that should interest the Crimson Fleet. Or I'm here to sell, but I'm looking for you.
Wouldn't be the first time I've heard that line. Oh, don't give me that look. I'm just having a laugh. What have you got for me?
Take a look at the sample. Or I'm looking to sell off a shipment of Aurora. Or let's talk price first. This would be more of a piratey thing to say. But she doesn't know what she's buying. So let's Yeah, let's go with that. I think it's the most authentic. It'll make her the least suspicious.
I'm not talking price until I know what the hell I'm buying.
Okay. Take the sample.
Aurora, huh? Nice. A little too hot to handle, though. What else you got?
If the trade authority is not interested, that says a great deal.
If you can't handle it, point me to someone who can. Or, I thought the trade authority would buy anything. Or, guess the people that told me that you were the best were wrong. We'll go with... Okay, so I guess that we're sort of talking to her as if... with her in her role as a trade authority official, and not with her as a pirate front. So let's go with... I thought the trade authority would buy anything. That's... seems like the most natural next piece of progression.
Oh, yeah. Well, I got some bad news for you, love. This location doesn't buy shit like that when UC Security's sitting a stone's throw from the front door. Of course, if there's a finder's fee you're offering, I might, well, bend the rules a little bit.
Okay. What if I just blow your brains out and ask someone else? I'm not gonna say that. I have to pay you just to find out where to sell my shipment? We'll go with questions first.
You must be new at this game, love, so I'm gonna let that one slide. In our business, nothing gets done until money is exchanged, even if that means leaving a credit on each and every rung of the ladder as you climb your way up.
Alright. So... Industrialists, if this goes through, you're starting to get a cut of the profits. We'll go with that.
You got a point there, love. All right, I'll take a chance.
Just demand the extra credits up front next time. These games are juvenile and tiresome.
There's a buddy of mine who runs with the Crimson Fleet. Goes by the name Adler Kemp. If he isn't passed out, you can find him killing the rest of his brain cells at the Broken Spear. Oh, and it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
And just what is on your mind at this moment?
Citizens are advised to take caution near the military outpost on the city's
Huh?
outskirts.
What do you want? I thought our transaction was complete.
It is also advised to use...
Why are you sending me up to the Crimson Fleet to sell my Aurora?
No one moves shipments like the Crimson Fleet. Doesn't matter what type of contraband you want hauled, they'll get it done. For a price. Plus, they have the firepower to keep UC Security and SysDef off their backs.
Can you tell me anything useful about Adler Kemp?
Between the both of us, it's amazing the Crimson Fleet keeps him on the payroll at all. I guess they need to have someone watching this toilet of a city, waiting to see what the rich folks flush. If I wasn't getting kickbacks from him, I would have cut ties a long time ago.
Okay. Good to
Been a
know.
real treat, let me tell you.
Pleasure doing business with you. Broken Spear's this way, actually, now that I think about it.
Hey, I heard a rumor that you're the one who made the new equipment possible. Thanks.
Oh, you're welcome.
Hearst was alright as far as governors go, but I hope Woodard does more for us miners.
I'm busy at the moment.
Alright, good stuff. Wow, what's with you and the knife stuck into the table and a blood stain? What is that? Alright, let's go. Adler Kemp.
Unless you're here to serve me another drink, you can turn around and walk away.
Oh, I'm willing to serve you a drink. It's a drink of Aurora. Alright, I'll go. Or, I heard you might be able to help me move some cargo. Or give sample. Cyrese? Bowden said you could help me move some of this.
Hey, why don't you say that a little louder? I don't think every single UC guard in Sidonia heard you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think we can help you with this. If you've got a whole shipment of this stuff, you're going to need to move it fast. But you're going to have to do something for us first.
Jeez. Who's we and us? I thought I was dealing with you. Or forget it. I'll just take the shipment to someone else. Or Sauris. Never said anything about that. Or no problem. Or you're with the Crimson Fleet, right? I actually just want to get this shit off of our cargo. Out of our cargo hold, so... maybe I can force him by by pretending to bluff here. Forget it, I'll just take this shipment to someone else.
Yeah, sure. If the trade authority won't even deal with the shipment of that crap, where else you gonna go? Just cool your thrusters for a minute before you wreck this deal for the both of us.
I see no good reason why we should have any extra dealings with the likes of you.
Lady, if you want me to move that shipment for your pal here, you're going to do whatever the hell I want. You got that? Now listen up, because I'm not going to repeat myself. I need you to deal with a miner who's racked up a bunch of debt. He probably spent it all on booze, not that I blame him. Either way, I want that money back.
How loud do you want this to be?
What do I need to do here? Write you an instruction manual? You can do this loud, you can do this quiet. I don't care. I just want my goddamn money, and I want this guy to remember who he screwed over.
So you can say, alright, I'll get it done, or I'll just pay his debt off right now so that we can get down to business, or I'll just kill him and take the money off his corpse. Well, I don't like to refuse a mission, so...
Perfect. His name's Carl Fielding. I think you'll find him wandering around the Deimos miners' quarters. Don't worry, you can't miss him. Just look for the most miserable-looking guy in the entire place.
Alright, let's see if he's got anything else to say.
Why are you still here? Get my money from Carl, or get out of my face.
Is this Carl Fielding business a test or something? Or since you seem to be in the business, can I borrow some credits? I'm not going to ask him that. So, is this Carl Fielding business a test or something?
Oh, I can't believe I need to spell this out for you, but here goes. You're doing me a favor, and in return, I'm doing you a favor. There are no free rides. That's how shit works around here. The sooner you learn that, the sooner you stand to make some serious money with us.
Alright.
Yes? You need something?
Well, this guy's obviously kind of a jackass, so...
How far away are we talking?
I do not like him. I mean, I suppose that they're writing pirates to be that particular way because they want them to be the villains. We don't have any charming Jack Sparrows going on here, do we? So...
I wish there was something more to do around here. Drinking gets old. I hope no one tears down the little green guy posters I've been seeing. They add a lot of charm to this place.
Faith in God is what brought us to the stars.
You mentioned something about offering assistance to those in need.
We will always offer assistance to anyone who needs it, regardless if they choose to follow our faith. One is not conditional upon the other. We would never turn someone in need away. And we will happily serve those of any level of need.
I don't need anything at the moment, but it's good to know you're here, or I'd be gracious for anything you have to offer. Do you have a safe place where I can sleep? Can you offer me spiritual guidance? Can I get financial assistance? Can I get a meal? Jeez. Let's ask for spiritual guidance.
Happily. God is wonderful and works in mysterious ways. You may feel down on your luck, but rest assured, He has a plan for you.
I don't really want to ask this guy for charity, so...
Of course. We are happy to provide. Come back anytime. Faith be with you.
Yeah, wasn't there a guy from the House of the Enlightened around here too? Or there
Never
she is.
forget, there's nothing humanity can't accomplish through science and working hand in hand with one another.
That terramorph attack in New Atlantis? I sure hope nothing like that ever happens here.
Watching the blank screen there. I don't know, maybe it's movie night and the movie hasn't started yet. And he's just getting a good
Community
seat.
Center on P1 is a good place to connect with others. Or fulfill any spiritual needs you may have.
We should check in with Red.
Thanks again for getting my ship back. Let me know if I can get you anything.
Can you believe some people just throw stuff away when it gets old or busted?
How are things going now?
Well, you got the ship back, and I think I'm just gonna lay low for a bit, just in case. Oh, to be honest, I'm a little spooked by the ordeal. I don't have to start over from scratch, and that's great. So, thank you, again. As soon as we're ready, Eric will be back to making runs, and hopefully, he'll have learned a thing or two. Maybe I'll even upgrade the berry mule with more defenses. Might not be a bad idea, you know? Just in case.
Indeed. Yeah, we don't need to do
See
any
you around.
business. I think that we're traveling pretty lightly at this point. What weapons and gear we have is stuff I want to keep for, not posterity, but just as a keepsake, you know? So, Carl Fielding.
Something I can help you with?
Nope, sorry, I thought you were someone else. Or Alder Kemp sent me to teach you a lesson. I'm here to collect the credits you owe to Alder Kemp. I'm gonna say that.
Adler Kemp? Who the heck is that?
So it's Adler, not Alder. Okay. Adler is serious about this debt, so I suggest you pay quickly. Or, I really don't have time to play games. Or, do you owe money to anyone or not?
Of course I owe money. Unless you're independently wealthy. Everyone's in debt nowadays. I owe Deimos. I owe my landlord. I owe Galbank. Heck, I have a tab at Parsec Deep at Cespear. It's an endless list. So why don't you just leave me here? Let me get drunk and find someone else to bother. Okay?
Okay, so Adler is serious about this debt, so I suggest you pay quickly.
Adler, you said? Nope. I think you have me mixed up with someone else. Look, I'm tired. It's been a long day in the mines. I just want to go home, wash off the dust, and relax. This has been fun, though. Whatever.
Well, it's been nice knowing you. I'm sure your funeral will be lovely. Or I'll go back and tell Adler you said that. I'm gonna go with the nice knowing you.
Hey now. Take it easy there. Let me think about that person you mentioned. Adler, was it? Oh, wait. You mean that Adler? Yeah, sorry. I thought you were talking about someone else. I told him I'd pay up next week when Deimos cuts our next profit share check. I'll even bring it to him personally. Sound good? Yeah?
That's not good enough. Or I don't think Adler's going to be satisfied with that option. Or pay now, or Deimos will be sending your corpse home in a casket. They gotta pay for a casket? Jeez. Very generous of them. I'm gonna say, I don't think Adler is going to be satisfied with that option.
Well, I mean, he doesn't really have a choice. Look, I haven't got a single credit to spare right now. Okay? You can't squeeze blood from a stone. You know? right?
Clearly this man has never seen how hard I can squeeze.
All right. Persuade, I'm tired of playing games. Attack, I've had enough of this. Or why are you hurting so badly for credits? Or promise to stop borrowing from Adler, and I'll pay the debt for you. I think that that's the right thing to do, even though Persuade, I sort of have a policy of always doing Persuade, but I actually feel kind of bad for this guy. So, why are you hurting so badly for credits? Questions first.
I'm a miner for Deimos. It's not what I was hoping for out of life. But here I am. Yeah, it's a lousy company. It pays me a salary. But I depend on the profit-sharing bonuses to keep food on the table for my family.
Adler thinks you spend all the money on booze, which is probably true too.
Hey, now wait a second. Just because things are tough, and I might be spending my afternoons at the Spear, it doesn't mean I don't care about my family. Adler doesn't get to judge me. No, he's just a low-life pirate who thinks he can push everyone around.
Alright, promise to stop borrowing from Adler, and I'll pay the debt for you.
Holy crap. Really? You'd do that for me? Wow. I don't even know what to say. Thank you. For everything. And don't worry. I'll never borrow anything from Adler again. I promise.
Hello, excellent to see you.
This is Acting Governor Vincent Wood. As I step into this role in the aftermath of Governor Hurst's sudden resignation, I want to make a promise to all Sidonians. I'm committed to making Sidonia a safe and prosperous place.
The death of famed industrialist Ron Hope shocked
The kids are all off studying, and we've got the house to ourselves. This is honestly going to be the best
It all starts
vacation
with the
ever.
scheme to steal farmers'
Me
land
and my
using a
house full
violent
of kids
mercenary
are
gang
so
known as the
envious of you
First.
right now.
The First intimidated,
We can order
extorted,
in,
and
watch
in
our
some
favorite
cases
shows,
murdered
or just
innocents
sit
in order
there
to acquire
in
farmland
silence.
for Hope Tech.
It'll be perfect.
It turns out, the whole scheme was orchestrated by Ron Hope. The daring ranger who investigated this confronted Ron Hope and ultimately ended his life. All of this have left those that survived Ron Hope in a precarious place. What will happen to Hope Town or Hope Tech? Our ranger source for one believes that Hope Tech is a great company and hopes it'll weather the storm.
I heard they're making the Starware updates mandatory now.
Nah.
It might just be my company. The newer versions are always so buggy though.
Stroud Eglin has been a surprisingly insurgent force in Star Yards ever since it entered the scene. Their latest offering, the Kepler, appears to be its finest achievement yet.
Really?
It's a solid, sensible design with few frills but excellent performance and safety features. It received a perfect score from a consumer advocate group, with one reviewer saying, "It's the best ship I've ever flown, hands down." Pre-orders for the new ship are breaking Stroud Eglin records.
Wow, well that's good.
If you're interested, you're advised to act now because the waiting list is growing.
I think it's chafing from the pilots.
Whatever.
Alright, enough just listening to what's going on. I do like those news broadcasts and stuff like that. It makes it feel like you're like the world is more cohesive and that you're making a difference.
Thanks again for the assist.
Wait, who is this? You?
What's up?
Hey, good to see you again. Still think there might be room for me on your crew?
What could you bring to the table if I let you join me?
I'm a real expert in the gunner seat. Have to be, since I usually fly solo. I'll knock out any targets we come across. That's a promise.
Nah.
This life ain't easy.
All right.
Pays the bills.
Have something for me?
What are you talking about?
Don't start that crap with me. I'm in no mood. Did you bring me the money Fielding owes me, or do I need to pay him a visit myself?
Yeah, it's all here.
There, would you look at that? I knew that bum was holding out on me. He going to be a problem anymore? Or did he get the message?
I thought getting the money would be enough, or he got the message. Yeah, he said he's not going to try to borrow from you anymore, so that is the message delivered, I suppose.
Nice. Nice. You're kind of a natural at this. Leaning on deadbeats comes easy to you. I like that. You know, if you like this kind of work, I can get you more. A lot more.
Work?
You think you can handle running with my, associates?
Who exactly are your associates?
If you haven't figured that out by now, then maybe you aren't cut out for our line of work.
I don't know, maybe. Or, yeah, I'm interested. Or if you think they can handle me.
That's what I'm talking about. I like your style. All right. I'll call ahead and get a hold of Nevamora. She's second to the big boss himself. Head out to Europa. You'll find her there. I suggest you listen to whatever she has to say. Oh, and I've taken care of that Aurora shipment for you too. Don't spend all that cash in one place.
Credit for your thoughts, as they say.
Big money. Let's see if this guy's got anything else to say. What was that?
Yeah, if you're looking for a drinking buddy, look somewhere else.
What can you tell me about Nevamora?
You want to know about Neva, huh? Okay, let me think. You ever heard of the galactic cannibalism phenomenon? No? See, that's when two galaxies collide, and the bigger one basically swallows the smaller one. Then the bigger one just moves on. It keeps getting bigger and angrier and roams through space looking for other galaxies to absorb. Nevamora is 10 times worse than that.
She eats galaxies?
Mess with her. Don't give her any bullshit. Don't try and rip her off. And whatever you do, you better not betray her, or she will absolutely swallow you whole, and there won't be an atom left.
She
Other
fat?
than that, she's all right.
She sounds like she's probably pretty chunky. What are you going to do with all that Aurora? Or are you going to leave Carl Fielding alone? Or are you going to stop being coy and admit that you're part of Crimson Fleet? Let's do that.
Let me give you a bit of advice. Don't blurt out crap like that. Do you want to know why? Because the walls around here have ears, and those ears belong to snitches who run to UC security. Then Adler ends up in the slam. Then, when they finally let Adler go, guess what he does next? He has to hunt down the people who are responsible for putting him in that position. And, well, let's say it all gets very, very messy. Does that answer your question?
Are you going to leave Carl Fielding alone?
What, is he your best buddy now? His debt's been satisfied, and an example's been made. That's all I ever really wanted. Unless he does something stupid, and mark my words, he will. He's got nothing to fear from me, or my associates.
What are you going to do with all that Aurora?
What the hell do you think I'm going to do with the stuff? I'm going to flip it and make a ton of money. You think Carl's booze addiction was bad? These Deimos Dusties will blow their entire paycheck to get zoned. Honestly, I consider it a public service. After all, I'm charging them less than a ticket to Neon.
All right.
Keep your mouth shut and your weapons hot, and you'll do just fine.
Interesting character, not gonna lie. I mean, he's contemptible. But, I mean, that's the way he's supposed to be written, right? Alright, so Hadrian should be around here somewhere, too.
Or at least don't come crying to me if anything happens to you.
Is Hadrian not around here? Oh, she might be at that base. Well, we can fast travel there. Yeah, that's going to be annoying. Because right now, everything that's sort of importance on Sidonia is in this one location. And now, we have a second location. Or we may have a second location. Yep, we do. Red Devil's headquarters explored. I wonder if it's going to be full of Red Devils now. Who's coming down? Oops. Looks like a regular old ship. Whoa, there's a big patrol dog outside. Robo dog. Ah, so you have UC people here too.
Mind stepping aside? Trying to keep this section clear. I'm just trying to stay out of the way. Caught one of the PhDs walking out the door with a slate the other day. Said it was just some light reading at home. Yeah, right. You ever wonder why they built this place underground? Probably easier to seal us all in. There are bank vaults with less security than this place. You're going to be fine. Before you know it, this place is going to be full of terramorphs. Fun. Now I understand why they had us redo our anti-Xeno courses. Never thought I'd miss checking IDs at the spaceport. Never thought I'd miss checking IDs at the
She's got a lot to say.
Before you know it, this place is going to be full of terramorphs. Fun.
I'm cleared to be here. Everything appears on the up and up, so far. Misuse of scientific knowledge is why this place was shuttered the first time. I'm sure the UC doesn't want to go through that again.
I don't know. I don't trust them.
The UC says their days of xenological warfare are long gone. We're just ensuring it. This is critical work, no room for distractions. If you see a violation, it's your duty to say something. I was surprised to get this assignment. Never expected the UC to bring us here willingly.
Geez, she's got an awful lot to say.
Just keeping an eye on things. This is critical work, no room for distractions.
All right. Well, this place certainly seems to have cleaned up when they moved back in. Somebody left a fire extinguisher, though. Just trying to keep it clean. So those are the abandoned mines. Some weird clipping happening with the locker. Nothing here is counts as stealing, huh? It's all open to me. No, I didn't want to do that. Inventory. We'll keep it. Alright, let's take a look at this place and see how it's cleaned up, how it's improved since we were here last. It's certainly brighter. They turned a lot of the lights on. I guess the fire extinguishers don't fit in the little brackets.
Hey.
Are you an observer? Who are you?
I'm cleared to be here.
Okay.
Oh, this
Goddamn planet. You romanticize a place when you're away from it for long enough, but I forgot what a dust-crusted pit Mars can be. Now you, what do you need?
Why aren't you a ray of sunshine? What's wrong with Mars?
Oh, nothing. I love having to take a toothbrush to every crate they drag in here. Now, you gonna tell me what you need, or can I get back to my work?
I was just looking for some supplies, or I wanted to introduce myself. Captain Molly, Vanguard. I've been helping Hadrian. Or, well, aren't you a ray of sunshine? Well, be nice to him, we don't know him.
Oh, that's you then. I was informed we might be working together. Don't much care for Vanguard. But sounds like you two really got into the thick of it back in New Atlantis. My sister's kids live in the city. So, thank you for what you did there.
You're welcome. Hope your family's alright. Or, so, I'm really just here to buy supplies, or what's your problem with the Vanguard?
Don't think it's a controversial belief that the UC should spend its money on its own people first, rather than doling out credits to pilots from God knows where.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But, considering the evidence before me, I guess the program's not a total waste. So, what you did for New Atlantis, I appreciate it.
Alright, we're gonna say, you're welcome, hope your family's alright.
Yeah, they both came through okay. One science division, other's an artist. Effectively useless human beings that would have had no reason to be anywhere near the fighting. Still, would hate to see anything happen to them. Now, what was it you needed?
What do you think about this new project, taking on the Terramorphs?
If anyone can pull off something as downright lunatic as that, it's these people. And I'll make sure they've got all the supplies they might need to make it a reality.
I get the sense this isn't the first time you've worked in this place, is that right?
That's correct. Ran logistics for the Devils for years before getting the assignment here. Military logistics isn't usually thrilling work, but as bone-crushingly exhausting as this job could be, it sure as hell was never dull. Coordinating habitats for nightmares from the far side of Lantana 8B and their favorite breathing snack foods? Sure, why not? Stocking the UC for a rancher who's got 2,000 grade A kilos of biomass he can ship to Mars per week? We call days like that Tuesday. So when I heard things might be opening up again, I put in for my transfer immediately.
Alright, let me see what you have for sale.
Don't worry. I'll handle the paperwork.
Wonder if he's got anything good. Hmm. I wonder what level this counts as. Yeah, Flechette. If these are Flechette, this is lower level than ours. I wonder if our breach is considered advanced. One of these days I should probably just buy some of these and upgrade them and make sure that we have the best one. All right. Assassin's Breach is probably pretty close to what we would have. So 294. Because this guy here is a compensator. So we know we're not going to use that. There's certain things that I think that we know we're not going to use. Ooh, they have workstations here. Oh, wow. There's a Terramorph corpse over there. Okay. Let's take a look at this and make sure. Okay.
Pardon?
I was just going to talk to you, mister. Ooh, money.
I can't say I didn't miss this place. Most important hole in the ground in biological science. Couldn't tell my parents I was getting transferred here. They think I'm doing field work on Gagarin. Not a lot of bench scientists get drafted to the front lines. But that's kind of what this feels like. We've got loads of data to get through, so if you don't mind.
Okay.
I'm kind of shocked the Major got reinstated, considering what her father did. Trying to get up to speed on all this research is like trying to drink from a geyser. I was in New Atlantis when the Terramorphs attacked. No way I was turning this job down after that. Sorry, I should really try and get this wrapped up. If you need something specific, you probably should talk to Major Sanon. Whatever it takes to stop more attacks, we'll get it done.
I think we've gone all the way around.
We've got loads of data to get through,
Yeah,
so if you don't mind.
I'm always curious about all the things that the characters say. Try to get their perspective.
Hello.
So here's the Terramorph corpse. That's quite a face.
Ah, there you are. You all done with whatever it was the UC had you on? We're still just scrambling to reopen this place for business. Haven't had to absorb information this fast in decades. Luckily, I've learned all this junk once before. Starting to see outlines of Terramorph anatomy inside my eyelids. It's not pleasant. Adrian and I are still pouring through the Terramorph data. Don't think I realized just how much I forgot. If there's an answer to stopping more attacks in the data, we'll find it. Haven't had to absorb information this fast in decades. Luckily, I've learned all this junk once before.
It's weird that they gave him fewer lines than just the rando upstairs. I feel like there should be something down here. Like, I would totally put something down here. Like a magazine or something. There's nothing. Alright. Alright, I'm trying to cut this up in my head into manageable pieces to explore. Alright, so there's that. That. I think we've already looked down here. We have. So we can go in here. Little kitchenette. Alien stew. Steal somebody's tranquility. Nothing special in there. Oh, here's the person we have to go and meet. Oh, that is locked. It's just a novice lock, so we'll probably do it.
Hope you can succeed at that before we are discovered.
Alright, and then over here's the supply guy, right? Where did he go? Did he go in here? Oh, he did.
Need something? Just say the word, Captain.
Okay. So should we investigate her computer first before we talk to her? I think so. I don't trust her. TBD, personal logs. Place to gather your thoughts when you actually have time to gather your thoughts. See you again in 2430, I guess. Or one quick one, the past is past. Do not let it slow you down, Hadrian. Because right now, there's work to be done. I don't trust her at all. I think she's responsible for the attacks. Because she's trying to revive the Xeno Warfare program because she's very interested in it. Wow, she's messy.
Was afraid you might have gotten reassigned. You've been gone so long.
It's not been that long.
So how's it feel to be a citizen?
You know, I'd almost forgotten that I was a citizen. A lot has happened in the interim. That's not true. It's been only a little bit. We did like one mission off to the side. So I'm not thrilled associating with a group like the United Colonies. Or if I'm honest, it doesn't feel any different. Or it feels good major. We are Free Star through and through, so we'll go with that.
Well, I'm sorry you feel that way. UC's certainly got its fair share of skeletons. Present company included, I suppose.
That makes two of us.
But it is real good to have you here again. We've been going through the Terramorph data and, well, we're gonna need all the help we can get.
Alright.
These logs, they're even more thorough than I remembered. Genetic workups, population statistics, hell, even their food chain. I'd completely forgotten, for example, that there was a creature that actually ate Terramorphs.
Really?
At this point, the data's given us more options to explore than we have people to work on them.
Alright. I think that the big question here is what kind of monster eats Terramorphs? Maybe it's something little. Eats them from the inside.
Well, 8. They went extinct a few decades back. A big lumbering thing called an Aceles. Something I'd love to learn more about, if we had the people to look into it.
It's a good word, Aceles. It sounds cool. Well, then you're gonna love this. Your research team's on its way here. Or, I can help with that. I found your research team. I like the second one, so we'll go with that.
That'd be something, wouldn't... I'm sorry, are you... You're serious? You found... our research team? That's... incredible. That accelerates... everything. With them back, it'll let us... Wait. Kaiser. Did you find Kaiser?
He's my next stop. But I was told I need your help overcoming his security protocols, okay? Consider him as goods collected, or what is it that's so special about this Kaiser?
Well, Kaiser's one of a kind. Special built for the sort of work we did. Dealing with unfriendly beasts in hostile environments. No other robot in the galaxy like him. So did you really manage to track him down?
He's my next stop. But I was told that I'd be needing your help overcoming his security protocols.
That's right. You would need that. Whoever gave you these leads sure knew their stuff. Well, how? How exactly did you manage to find them?
Should I tell her? I'm just talented. Or, I had some help. But we need to leave it at that. Or should we tell her? I kind of want to tell her. Actually, they were found by your father. Francois Sanon. He's alive and imprisoned by the UC.
That's not funny. Seriously, how'd you find them?
It's the truth. He wants to help us. Or Hadrian, I want you to listen to me. Your father's alive. Or lie. You got me. I tracked him down thanks to some friends in the Vanguard. I'm going to go with number 2.
No. That's insane. He died. They executed him. They faked his death? My entire unit, they threw us all to the wolves, but kept him? And now he's what? An advisor? Commanding the fleet in secret? What was so important that they had to keep him alive?
Hey. Oh, that bottom one is funny. He's actually secretly the president. We've been taking his orders the whole time. The previous cabinet thought that he was too useful to get rid of. Or they're using him to keep track of criminals from the colony war. I really want to do that bottom one, but I worry about it. Oh, I'm too curious. I have to do it.
That's really not funny. I guess it makes sense, though, doesn't it? The UC of that era only created me because they were afraid of a world without Vae Victus in command. Why would they get rid of him? As long as I live, I'll never understand the loyalty that old bastard elicited.
Look, I'm sorry I even brought it up. I'm not sorry about that. People are willing to ignore a lot if you get results. I don't know. He's kind of charming in a creepy serial killer kind of way. I go with that.
Same mistake the UC made. Ignoring all the red flags. Because the UC, they did a lot of terrible things for that man. But even knowing they did, knowing that they kept him alive all this time, you know what I feel right now? It's hope. I had no one when I was outside the UC. No Red Devils, no family. But that old world, where I was no one and my father mattered, that's gone. Thanks to what you and I have done, I have a place again. A purpose. But it's finally one I can be proud of. You and we're getting to change what the UC stands for. So
Weird
I don't care
genetic
if Victus
research.
is alive or dead. He can rot for all I care. We're the ones who are making the settled systems and the UC better.
I don't think that's true. I mean, we have to remember that terramorphs seem to follow this lady wherever she goes, including one special type of terramorph that attacked her colony on Tau Ceti and killed everyone except for her. Right? So that's suspicious in its own. Then we went to Alpha Centauri, to Jemison, and there were like 2 or 3 other terramorphs that just showed up right when we said that we were not certain that we believe her. It's like the most perfect of all timings. So I still...
You can't expect to just drop a bomb like that.
I still think that she's responsible. If she's not, this is bad writing. Or, I don't know, maybe her dad has been following her career and did it? I don't know. That seems very unlikely, though. Anyway, so you're really willing to trust the UC after all they've done?
No, but I am willing to try and make them a place we can be proud of. The UC that kept my father alive, that threw me out, those people aren't in charge anymore. And the ones that are, well, they're giving us a chance. It's up to us to do something with it.
Alright, so I could say you're handling this better than I expected, or making something good out of UC's past. I can get behind that. Or, I'd just love to get back to the business at hand. Let's go with the first one. You're handling this better than I expected.
I refuse to let that man define my entire life. Not anymore. Because there's nothing we can do about past choices. What we can do is try and make the right ones now. So, let's get back to the business at hand. Now, my father just handing over the information on the research team and Kaiser out of the clear blue, I can't say I trust it. But if he has something to gain from helping us prevent terramorph attacks, I'm not seeing it.
He wants to control the
While
terramorphs.
you'll absolutely want to be cautious, what would you think about trying to bring back Kaiser?
I'm down with it. Why do you think Victus is helping us?
I'm honestly not sure what his endgame might be. Involving himself in preventing terramorph attacks after all the damage he's done? Something doesn't add up. But he clearly understands how valuable it'd be to have Kaiser involved in this endeavor. So, I still think it'd be worth looking into. If you're willing.
Of course. Let me think about it. I'm not sure I like this idea of working with Victus, or I'll track down Kaiser. We'll take the mission.
I think it's the right call. But if Kaiser has been out wandering on his own for all this time, you're gonna need a couple things.
Yeah? Like what? So we haven't explored the side of the facility yet on the bottom floor. So we'll have to do that. I'm sure there's probably nothing over here. Man, they walk slow.
I know it's here somewhere. Uh-huh. Here, Kaiser schematics. Actuators, weapons, batteries. That old robot's been MIA for a while, so chances are he's gonna need some repairs. He's also got a lock on his voice controls. You can give yourself authorization with the phrase, Nos belli machinis. Now, where exactly is the old machine?
Freestar territory. Wandering a battlefield on a world called Nira. Or ground zero for xenoweapons deployments. Was how it was described. Wait, you're suggesting I make the repairs myself? We'll go with that.
Oh, it's really not that daunting. So long as he's on a planet with some modicum of civilization, you should be able to cobble together most of what he might need. He is on a planet like that. Right?
We'll name drop the planet, wandering a battlefield on a world called Nira.
A battlefield? On Nira? Oh, sheesh. No wonder no one's found him. That sector of Nira was destination #1 for xenoweapons during the war. Add to that general environmental devastation and the kind of lawlessness that comes with any Freestar world, and that planet's got more than enough ways to make a visit your last. But I think there's a place where you can start your search. Yep. One-of-a-kind salvage. Licensed to an Angelo Alonso. Goes by Gel. As good a place to start as any.
Alright, what else can you tell me about Nira?
The Colony War saw a lot of hard fighting, but Nira got it the worst. Everything the Freestar Collective and UC could muster, ground troops, xenoweapons, mechs, was hurled into the fray. Both sides hoped something would decisively turn the tide, but it never did. When the war finally ended, swaths of that world were so devastated they were effectively abandoned. So what Kaiser's doing there of all places, I can only guess at.
Probably trying to salvage mech parts. But why is Kaiser so valuable to stopping the terramorphs?
Kaiser lets us do field work with a level of precision that there's really no other way to accomplish. More than a few of the options we're looking into. Detectors to uncover the terramorph transmission method, or crafting a targeted biological agent. They require highly specific materials to test against. And asking a group of Marines to accompany us for that kind of work, well, it usually ended up with ruined samples and wounded teammates.
All right, I'm off to Nira.
And I'll make sure we're ready to put them to use as soon as you've got them.
Alright, let's just check in with her once more and see if she's got anything else to add before we go.
Something else you needed?
Nothing at the moment.
All right. Take care of yourself out there.
It is pleasing to speak with you.
Alright, so here's what I think we should do next. I feel like we should probably just quickly go over this area over here and scout it out, see if there's anything else that's interesting for us to grab, any magazines or other valuable things. But I can probably do that mostly offline. I don't think there's going to be anything over here because we found a magazine over here previously, back when this this place was not being used as a laboratory, where it was just like abandoned. But I will scout through it once more.
Yes. What?
Actually, we'll probably be able to scout through it in this short amount of time for my sign-off here. But yeah, so I think that we'll wrap this up here. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed this. And if you have, please like, maybe comment, maybe share, maybe subscribe. New episodes every day at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, US and Canada. I'm Cobalt Thorium, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.